Hello, my name is Izzy Miller, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I'm from Ada, Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Delanie Sills. I'm from Ada, Oklahoma as well, and my pronouns are she, her. I would say it started back when I was in 8th grade, and definitely before that. I mean, I did a lot of research about, historical figures in the Black community, the Indigenous community, the queer community, but, I remember writing this paper when I was in 8th grade about the Black Lives Matter movement and what it meant to me and how just powerful it was to me, knowing that people were fighting for me. Even if, I was in Oklahoma, I would say around 9th or 10th grade is once we learned about the head rep policy, and in 10th grade that's when we started our fight with the school. I remember the day that my principal told me to take my head wrap off, and he said, "What is that thing on your head?" Trying to explain yourself to somebody that doesn't understand but is not willing to understand, and I think that's another problem that a lot of people face, and it definitely was a problem that I faced there, and not allowing us to express our culture, but also telling us that the culture that we are trying to express is gang affiliated or dangerous. Just really inspired us to fight more against it and starting a battle and finishing it. So it was a long fight, and having people make fun of you, having people belittle you, it was hard, but it inspired me more to just keep on going, and that's when we changed our policy.
So the intersectionality that I find that I exist within are the Black and Indigenous community and the queer community.
I would also say the same thing, and a lot of my activism surrounds the communities that I'm in. So again, Indigenous, Black, queer, lower income, fighting for people who do not have the same opportunities. So. Definitely resilience, and just pure bravery. The things that my ancestors fought for is exactly what I want to do, exactly how I want to lead my life, and how I want to lead Oklahoma, considering this is my people's land, and that we're still here, we're still strong, and we're still fighting for what we believe in. Means a lot to me, and means a lot to me to see that that's my history.
So the role that youth play in transformative justice is that we have to grow up in this generation where we're told that we're not good enough because the way we look, the way we talk, the way we act. And this is not anything new. This is something that has been going on for centuries. So it's up to us to take advantage of the opportunities and the resources that we have now.
I would also like to say that our future depends on it. Fixing the errors that people before us have made, and moving towards true justice and true equality and true equity in not just Oklahoma but in America. Our future depends on it, and we need to be the voice, and we need to show that we can do better than what we were given.
So what motivates me to keep moving forward as far as activism is mainly because my life depends on it. Being a Black, Indigenous, queer person in Oklahoma, it's been extremely hard since the time I came out of my mom's womb. So I knew that these struggles are not anything new to our communities. They've been going on, and that we've always existed. We've just never been able to publicly say that. So I knew that my experiences aren't just my experiences, they're everyone else's experiences, and I knew that I had to be the one to say something.
Instead of just waiting for somebody else to create that community, we want to do that ourselves, create a space for ourselves and other people to feel comfortable and to feel welcomed and safe, to express their opinions, express who they are, and to fight for the things that they believe in. Our target audience is people who think like us and who are like-minded, but I would also say it's people who don't, and to inspire them to look beyond what they've been taught, what they know. And again, I've grown up with people who are racist. You hear the things, my dad won't allow me to date a Black boy, or people who say the N-word, people who have Confederate flags, people who are, misogynistic or just, homophobic, and being that person to show them that they can change their mind.
Being openly LGBTQ and also being an activist definitely has inspired me to fight even harder. Being non-binary and being queer, my experiences have been extremely difficult, but again, these are not only my experiences. There's tons of trans Black women, Two-Spirit Native people who have been experiencing these things for centuries, so these are not new, and this makes me want to fight even harder, just knowing these things keep happening. And I again want to be the one to say, like, hey, this is not okay, and keep fighting for issues that are facing my community.
Oh yes, my peers definitely did, especially at Bing. I remember fighting for the head wrap policy, changing the head wrap policy, and at the time there was kids that were calling me ISIS, saying that I was going to blow up the school, that it doesn't matter, it's not a big deal, that I just need to be quiet, and not even just my peers, but older people telling me that it doesn't matter, that it's just to abide by what was given to me and what's happening, but I didn't want to, and nobody should have to. And it's just a small example of the things that people of color and queer people have to deal with. They just are always told, just be quiet, just abide by it, but you don't have to, and that's what I really took into account.
So a person that has really inspired me to keep on doing the work I'm doing is Dr. Christine Pappas at East Central University. She is a political science professor. She is also a lawyer, and she has just inspired me so much because she is the first openly lesbian woman on campus. And she was the first openly faculty member on campus. And not only that, but her advocating for other communities and just not her own, and her seeing the problems that her people around her face. And it's just so inspiring that even though it doesn't affect her personally, she keeps on doing it. And in that, she's just so powerful, and I'm just so inspired by her.
Both my parents, they really push me, and they are my people that I go to when I'm really stressed, and I'm like, why is the world like this? Why is Oklahoma like this? Why are people like this? And just, I don't know, giving me a space to be myself. And I love my parents, and I'm glad that they taught me to love other people and to respect other people and to be open-minded about other people's situations. How I am celebrating Pride, as Izzy said, we celebrate it every day. I am bisexual, and I wasn't always proud. I didn't always know. I kind of, figured it out later in life compared to other people. I was fortunate enough to be in a space and have people around me that supported me and are open also. And that just made me feel comfortable in who I was.
So how I will be celebrating Pride 2021, again, I am non-binary every day, so I'm always here, but being around people who are like-minded, like Delanie said, and that understand my struggles, being around people in my community, and not only that, but educating other people in my community over other sexualities and other gender identities, and using our social media to spread awareness about all of our struggles and even the positive things that have happened in history. Happy Pride!